right, welcome to the Cross Florida recap. We do. Julian's trying to jump in right now. He has some internet issues, so he'll be getting it on in a second. We can see him in the backstage, but we added a bonus runner in here, Theodore Davila. Is it Davila?
Yes, Davila.
Yep, he was the youngest finisher at the Cross Florida 200 at 16 years old. Pretty amazing. So all those people that think they can't do a race like this, a 16-year-old got out there and did it, and he got it done. So, all right, let's see if we got Julian coming in right here. Can you hear us, Julian?
Yeah,
all right, so we're gonna. Yep, we can hear you. So, and we got Julian. He was our. Did you go out to the car?
Whatever works.
Yeah, we got Julian Long. He was our first place finisher out at Cross Florida 200, kicking butt out there. And then we got me, and I was second place, right behind Julian. I chased him. We ran a lot of the race together, and then I chased him down at the end. And then we got our host tonight, Bobby Joe, and she did not race across Florida 200.
No, I watched, as my granddaughter put it, the balloons running across the
balloons running. She was my virtual crew who would give me updates all day, and we would talk about what position I was in and stuff. But she did run a race this week, and she was down at the Bulldog 48 hours, so she got 100 miles in. Yeah. So I think her feet hurt as much. So. As our feet do. So we got a bunch of cool things. If you guys have any questions, throw them into the chat. We'd love to try and answer as many questions as we can. We're going to try and go through and kind of relive the race. One thing we're not going to talk about is the stuff people have been talking about online, because out of the three of us, I don't think we're in position to talk about it, because I had a full crew, Julian had a full crew, and Teddy had a full crew. So we were not uncrewed. In fact, for Julian and I, a lot of the aid stations weren't even set up as we went through. Like the last four were barely set up, which was fine because we weren't using the aid stations. So, but they were still setting them up as we were going through. So we can't comment on that, and we don't wish to comment on it. We're going to talk about our experiences out there. So, but what we can comment and what we can talk about, we will. And like I said, if you got questions, just let us know. We got, I think someone saying Ashley Gabbert, new course record. So she chased me down for miles. I was trying to stay ahead of her. I believe she's out of Sarasota. Yeah, so she had a new course record. I believe that is the fastest time a woman has ever made it. Did it. Even though Julian won, he has a faster time out there when he did the virtual, and then Fred Soley, we believe Fred Soley, in our opinion, has the fastest time going across at 46 hours. So Teddy has the fastest time for a 16-year-old going across very easily. I don't think that will ever be broken. So we got some. I'm trying to think who's in the chat. We got Nicole K. It looks like Kevin's in there. Mark Gilman, Ben Davis. Guys, got any questions? Let us know. But cool, we're going to start out.
Do you think the course records, because the course was a little different, so do you think, was it different enough that the records, there should be two different records?
Julian, you can answer this. What do you know what you had for mileage when you did the virtual?
I think like 193 or something. I think Fred's was like 195 too, or something like that.
Yeah, I remember Andy's was about 195 or right.
Yeah, I figured that I DNF'd the virtual, but I thought the course was going to be short for the virtual. So I was at 203. I was at 203 miles. I know, Julian, where were you at? Like 200 and I don't even know what your mileage was.
200.4 or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Do you know what yours was, Teddy?
I want to say around 204, 203, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So I knew right away. I was doing the math with about 50 miles to go. I knew I was going to be about 3 miles over, which was fine. I mean, that's what, to get it exact is pretty hard. Pretty hard to do.
Course changes from you don't have a kayak river crossing in the virtual.
No, we don't. And then there was a section after Moss Bluff where we dipped into some hog trails or something, and then there was a couple other areas. We hit a fire road instead of going through Juniper Springs and a few other areas. So it wasn't.
Use the paved trail and the greenway on the virtual one too.
Yeah. Which was funny because at one point we were going along the greenway and we were running parallel. The map on Caltopo had it on the paved trail, but we were sticking to the orange blazes on the trails going into aid station number 4. But we're running where there's 3 of us running together, and there was 3 other runners. We were running parallel with each other because it's not far the paved trail from the other trails. So it's good. So I think the virtual is probably easier. Your crew can hit you a lot more. Like that Highway to Hell section, I had a vehicle every mile if I needed it.
That's the thing too. That's the different. The virtual, you could have a crew get you anywhere. This was different. The rules were different.
Yeah.
So that can play a big role in the speed, because if you're not having to worry about that, getting aid and how you're going to feel when you're low on calories a few times in some of those larger sections is going to be different than if you were properly fueled the entire time.
Yeah. So, all right. I mean, let's go. We kind of start from the start. You know, how did the beginning of your races go, Teddy? How did your race start out? Let's go like up to the first aid station.
A little fast, a little hot. Wish I would have slowed it down a bit. I had no reason to be with Goggins for the first 14 miles of the race. For all I knew at that time, I had all race to get up to him. So I wish I would have just slowed down a bit. But other than that, I felt great. I felt like I could hold that 14 to 13 that I was doing just all day.
Yeah.
Before we move on, Teddy, can you tell us your background? Because we know Jeff and we all know Julian. So can you introduce yourself and what did you do leading up to this?
So just I'm sorry.
You run cross country?
Yeah, I do. I run cross country. I run track. I heard about ultra running through documentaries and stuff, and it looked really fun. And I was like, hey, Dad, why don't we sign up for one of these? And he's like, Teddy, we'd have to train a lot. I was like, okay, let's train a lot. I still want to do it. So we trained. We did 3 ultras. Leading up to it, we did the Hot to Trot in Atlanta. We did the SOS 12-hour with the sombreros, and then we did 2 legs of a 4x4x48 and did 30 miles.
Okay. So the 30 miles. Well, you did 45.9 at SOS. So that's the longest you had gone before doing 200.
That gave you a little bit of experience.
I guess you're ready. So now when anybody asks what you need to do to get ready for 200, it's you run 45 miles. So
Yeah. And Teddy did at the river crossing. He was in a boat with David Goggins going across. So
you always have that.
Yeah, you always have. I think I got the video here. We can show the video really quick. I don't know if we'll have sound. Sometimes we have sound, sometimes we don't.
Was I in the same boat? Oh, I thought that big guy.
Who's it?
Oh, I guess I wasn't. I was facing the wrong way. I thought he was in with me. Damn it. I thought he was behind me.
So how many people would fit in a boat?
3. I was facing backwards, and there was a girl behind me or in front of me, and I saw the big guy up in the front of the boat, and I thought that was him.
Oh! You're in the boat. You're in the boat before.
Yeah. I
So,
thought that big guy was him.
well, he is. Goggins is big. So I knew you were right there when we went across. I think we were 2 boats behind you. So, Julian, how did your race up to the first aid station? So you're basically, I mean, yours is the same as mine.
We were cruising the run walk, you, me, and Blake having a good time.
Yeah,
Getting past a lot of people.
We did. I mean, we went out. So off the start, you had to run down to the pier and back. And when we came back, me, Julian, and Blake were in first place. And then as soon as we threw in the first walk, which was 3 minutes in, everyone just started blowing past us. And then every time we walked, more people were going past us, and we were probably about 40 deep in the standings. And then we got up to the first turn, and everyone blew past it. And Julian's like, "We need to turn here." And I go, "But they told us to go all the paved trail all the way up." And then we look up, and here comes Goggins running back at us with a couple other people. And I'm like, "I guess we turn." So Julian didn't let us forget that for the whole race. He goes, "You remember when I made you guys turn?"
I was watching that on the tracker. You could see people on that, off course, and I was waiting for you guys to get to follow that wrong and go on the wrong course and be like, turn, but you figured it out, so I didn't have to.
We had Joe Miller. My phone blew up with Joe Miller, so he's like, "Yeah, you guys need to turn." So yeah, here's a picture of Julian and I right off the start, and then every time we walk, people are just blowing by us. And then we were in the canoes going across. That's the trick. Actually, looks like Julian's paddling. Supposedly, I guess a couple people. I think they said one of the rafts flipped over. They were talking about it on the WTF podcast, and it sounded like, I think that's what they said.
How long did it take to get across?
I don't know, maybe a minute or 2.
Yeah. No.
So I think that
great the boat.
Yeah, I think that mile for us was a 20-minute mile. So we were probably cruising at between 11 and 12. And so that one, it was probably about 8 minutes waiting in line and then getting across. We rolled in the first aid station. And honestly, I thought the first aid station was good. They had those peanut butter banana roll-ups. And so I had a couple of those. And then the next section was, I don't like that section at all. It's you're on country roads and dirt roads and sandspur fields, and then a sand road, and then get you into the start of the Withlacoochee state trail. Another long section, about 10 to 12 miles. Do you remember much of that section, Teddy?
I do. I'm trying to think. I kicked off jogging it, and it felt fine. The concrete was fine. I was just hugging the left side of the road.
Yeah.
Came up on the sand areas, though, and just died.
Have you done much for sand running before that?
No, not really. I was not holding up good in the sand, especially with the shoes I had on. Not meant for sand.
What did you guys all wear for shoes?
I wore Nike Zoom X foam flies.
Oh wow!
I had 3 pairs of Cliftons. They all looked alike. They were all I called them 1, 2s, and 3s. I'd say, "Get me number 2s, get me number 1s." They are identical shoes, and that's what I wore. Yeah.
Julian, what'd you wear?
I wear like 4 or 5 different kind of ultras.
It's my man right there.
Yeah, I think
I come from
I think
the
our,
hiking world, so
What was that?
I come from the hiking world, and the ultras are big in the
Right,
hiking
yeah.
world. So
Yeah,
yeah.
the Ultra Lone Peak has been the number one shoe on the AT for like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
yeah, I think our section was very uneventful. I think all we were doing is just trying to kick off miles. This is a section right here from the dam, and then you're basically on some back roads, and then this section right here is basically you're just kind of this is Sandsburg section. This is the dirt road section, and then you come out into a neighborhood and cruise into the aid station here at Withlacoochee State River. I think I pulled just ahead of Julian and Blake. I just wanted to get that section done. I knew I was running out of water. I didn't carry a pack on that section, so I was carrying a handheld, which probably was a mistake. So we got in a Withlacoochee State Trail. That's right at, I want to say probably about 22, 23. And then, but me and Julian left together out of that station, and Blake caught up to us. In the next section, you run on a paved trail, which is kind of nice. And then you hit some rough trail, kind of like some fire roads kind of, and then it dumps you out onto a highway. And that section just absolutely sucks. So, and do you remember any of that section, Teddy?
A tiny bit. It's kind of all blurred in. It was a lot of
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the mileage on the section? You said 24 to.
At 24 up to mile 30 is right along where we hit that highway section, and it's just we hit it at rush hour. I know me and Julian hit it at rush hour, and we hit it with like 5. There was like 10 of us at the same time running across that section, and we had people on both sides of the road. In my opinion, it was kind of dangerous until you hit the Pruitt aid station. And I don't know. You might have been hitting it a little bit later at night when it got dark out along that section. It's just there's a couple horse camps out there and stuff. So pretty bad section. Eventually, they're adding the trail through to bypass the road, so it'll be nice when that gets done. So. Next section was Pruitt all the way to aid station number 4. That was 49th Avenue. And that section got a little bit better because we finally hit the nice trails. We were hitting the trails through the Greenway, which was really nice rolling trails. You had a little bit of hills. It just got dark, so the headlamps were coming on. And you just kind of cruise. I think me and Julian had to train with Blake, and the 3 of us just kind of moved through that section pretty easily. Just chatting.
What time are you hitting it, Teddy?
What?
What time did you get?
I got there really late, maybe 8 or 9 o'clock once I hit that area. It was dark. The worst part about it was I was cold, I was tired, I was running out of water and food, and my light decided it didn't really want to work too much.
That's about right.
I had to hitchhike off some other people and follow them through the woods. Yeah,
that's always key. I mean, luckily for the 2 of us, like I knew those trails really well. Julian knew those trails very well. Blake did not know those trails very well.
We did not know those trails at all.
Yeah, we had.
First time you would have been out on trails like that by yourself?
What?
Was this the first time you would have been out at night on trails like that alone?
Yeah.
And how did you feel?
I was scared. I was honestly very scared. I was so scared I didn't want to look out into the woods because no. I was just staring down, listening to my audiobook in the darkness.
and then you decided to hook up with other people. That helped a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I just followed their lights. And
Were you carrying a backup headlamp?
no, the one night I forgot to do that. I learned my lesson.
And you guys hit the first couple days we had that cold front come through, so the nights were a lot colder than they should have been.
Yeah. Julian, how'd you like that? Speaking of the cold weather, did the cold affect you at all or anything?
Usually I'm a pretty big cold wimp, but it wasn't too bad actually. I was doing pretty well with it.
Yeah, I felt comfortable out there. I felt better at night than I did during the day. I was all bundled. I was perfectly bundled up. Teddy, you looked like you were perfectly bundled up, and as long as my hands were warm and my ears were warm, and I had the pants on, and I felt honestly overnight I felt comfortable. I don't think I added the pants until I hit Santos, and then I added them. I think on that section. I left the 49th. I told Julian I was going out. I was going to walk, and he can catch up to me. And I kept walking and walked. I walked like 2 miles, and I'm like, where is he? I'm like, my feet were feeling good. My legs were feeling good. I'm like, I'm going. He'll get me at the next aid station. So I think I ran that whole section without Julian. And those are fun trails. You get a little confused. I don't know. A couple areas when you cross the road, the trails are a little tough. So, but as long as you had the Caltopo up, I think it was pretty good. So we hit that pretty. It might have been close to 11, 12 o'clock at night going through there. So Teddy, you made it up to 49th. Did you take a nap yet, or did you keep pushing through?
I got to 40 when I took my nap.
Okay.
The 42, 40 mark.
Yep.
Fourth aid station.
Were your naps planned, or did you do it by feel?
It was supposed to be planned at 6 with you guys. But I was not making it to 6. I made it 4, and I went to sleep. And I woke up and I felt great I don't know how. I just felt great all of a sudden.
How long did you sleep for?
4 or 5 hours.
Oh, nice.
Not a long time, but a solid amount.
Good deal. I know Julian didn't sleep. Julian slept at Moss Bluff. I slept at the one before. I think you went past me when I slept at Marshall Swamp. So I got 25 minutes. And then I didn't know if Julian was in front of me or behind me. And I made it down to Moss Bluff. And Joe Miller's like, yeah, Julian's over there sleeping. I'm like, okay, good. He got in there before me.
Did you guys treat your sleep strategies different from the virtual?
I did, because I was pushing it on the virtual, and I was trying to go as far as I could. And then I realized on the race, like, if I was tired, I was going to sleep. And so I was trying to push it to Moss Bluff. And then I realized my timing was off on when I thought I'd get to Moss Bluff. And I knew I'd get to Moss Bluff about an hour or two before the sun came up. So I knew if I could stay awake till the sun came up, then I didn't need to sleep at Moss Bluff. So that's why I took it at Marshall Swamp. I took it earlier, and then I pushed that. I knew that next section was nice dirt roads that with nobody on it in the middle of the night. I could just get into a cruise and cruise down to the down to Moss Bluff, and that's what I ended up doing. So I think Julian pushed through. I actually picked up a pacer at 50 miles. Andrew Kelly jumped in with me, and he took me all the way up to through the Marshall Swamp, which was nice because I always get lost in the Marshall Swamp, no matter what I go through. So, and then I took my nap at the end of the Marshall Swamp. So,
how about you, Julian? Did you treat it different?
Both times I had this idea that I wasn't gonna sleep at all, and on the virtual I made it all the way to Palatka before I started falling asleep going down the road. And this time when I got to Moss Bluff, I just figured I probably only slept about 10 minutes or something, but I figured it would be good to lay down. Joe Miller was saying the burgers might take a little minute. And so I was like, well, it'd probably be good just to attempt to sleep for a little bit anyway. So, yeah.
Or he told you it was going to take 10 minutes because if he gave you one right away, you wouldn't have slept.
We were actually, when we were in at that aid station, there was one, I think Dwayne was the only runner in front of us. Brian was in that aid station with us.
Yeah, he was a little bit before me or something. And Joe offered him to sleep in his camper. So
yeah, Brian Howden. And so, and I had brought a package of Bubba burgers, and Joe was cooking up the Bubba burgers. So we all got Bubba burgers in that aid station before we headed out. And Julie and I think Brian headed out ahead of us at that aid station, and then Julie and I walked out. We're maybe about 40 minutes before sunrise. We hit those back roads all the way down to the highway to hell, but we started the highway to hell right. The sun wasn't even up yet when we hit the highway to hell section. I'd love to hear. What time did you hit the highway to hell section, Teddy?
That was the second night, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. What aid station would that be? 6?
So yeah, it would have been after you saw Joe Miller in the Christmas.
Oh yeah, that we called it our Hail Mary. Me, Randy, and Larry threw a Hail Mary through there. So essentially, if we didn't make it through or do that marathon, we technically would really have no hope of finishing. So we had to stay up all night and just chug through it. Unfortunately, Randy dropped out very early into the marathon. I think maybe half a mile in.
Nope.
But if it weren't for Larry, I wouldn't have made it through. Me and Larry just fought all night.
Larry Ferber, who finished in 95 hours.
Yeah.
No. All right. So you hit it at night. So yeah, we were curious when people were going to hit it. I mean, we got on that section, and Julian just kept us. I think we were on a 2-1 pace, Julian. And we caught up with Brian. So there's 3 of us going across, and this was a long section. So it's 26 miles. Not many. There's no tree coverage. And so the sun's coming up. It's early morning, 6-7 o'clock in the morning. Julian kept us moving across that section with the 2-1 pace, and actually, I think we got through it pretty good. I know Brian started running out of water at the end. I was running close to water. Julian did what I should have done, was put the bladder in my pack, and I think I even told you I was going to do that, and I didn't do it, and I was running out of water.
So you just had flasks, front flasks?
Yeah. I had 2. I don't even think I brought the handheld with me. I had 2, and then there was a water drop in the middle. So we hit the water drop, and then we moved across. And then Julian pulled away when we got to the end of that section. So Brian was hurting. I was dealing with I was peeing literally every mile on that section. So I was trying to deal with bladder issues, and it wasn't good. So I had to walk 3 miles at the end of the section. And then honestly, we cruised through into the next aid station, which was Farrell's. Was it Farrell's Prairie? Farrell's Lake. Julian, what was your 100-mile? Do you know what your 100-mile time was?
I think it was 24:30 because I did take a picture of it, and last year it was 23:30 and it was 24:30, I think, this year.
That's it. Because I hit 24:24, so we were off some miles there. Yeah, so you're probably right around the same time, because I know we got into the next aid station. I think I got in about 5 minutes after you into that section. And then we Did we go on the next thing? We did. I was charging up my watch on the next section when we went out. So I was walking out of that aid station, and Julian passed me, and then I had to wait like a mile just to get my watch charged up so I could keep going. And that's a nice section. We hit that probably about between 11 and 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock running along some lakes and through the just south of Juniper Springs on the Florida Trail. Teddy, you got that marathon done. Did you have a meal waiting for you when you got it done?
I had some hot soup.
Cool.
Hot soup, yep, and I went straight to bed.
Were you having any issues eating or getting calories in?
I never actually had issues with anything really. All the issues that we're having was just my muscles and my shins and legs shutting down on me.
Yep, that's you've gone 100 miles at that point.
Yeah, and we could say you probably need a lot more calories than you think you do, but your first 100, your first 200, it's gonna hurt. So
yeah. I mean, it was hurting for me and Julian. So that it's our body just it's kind of like, oh, you're doing this again. It's a little more used to it. So. So we made it up to Juniper Springs. There was a water drop at Juniper Springs. Then we had to run along the highway, and then we hit that another. I would probably call it Highway to Hell 2, another section of rolling dirt roads, long section. Water. What's that?
I ran out of water through there, and it got.
Oh, did you?
How long did you run out of water for?
I think 4 or 5 miles.
Oh wow. Because you probably hit that during the height of the day. We were hitting about sundown, so it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Yeah. Yeah. We came into that next aid station, which is I'm trying to think what the name of that one.
Hopkins.
What was it?
Hopkins. Yeah.
And I think Julian was a little pissed at that section because when I rolled in, he was rolling back out. Here's a picture of Julian rolling out of Hopkins. I don't think you waited in there very long. You were in and out pretty quickly, and we won't say why you were pissed.
I did have a burger while I was there. My wife brought me.
Oh, did she? So,
yeah.
Were you eating well the whole time? Did you have any stomach problems or?
No, I was eating pretty good the whole time, except for on the very end. I was not bringing enough with me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I took a nap there at Hopkins, and then. I remember that next section, running around the lakes, just being miserable. But I actually felt good this time running through there. I got through that section pretty easily, and then as soon as we left that lake section, my body just started falling asleep. And me and Teddy were talking about it before. Like I took like 2 or 3 dirt naps on that next section into the 88 store. It was pretty. I was pretty beat up and pretty tired. Teddy, do you remember those sections?
I remembered it very well. I remembered it for getting bamboozled. They told me 14 miles, not 18.
Oh, you ended up 18 miles. So that's why you were running out of water.
Yeah, I was mad getting out of there, and then I got surprised with my coach waiting at the end, which calmed me back down. I was furious. I was like, they did not tell me this.
Was that at Hopkins that your coach met you, or up at 88 store?
By the 88 store, I think.
Okay, 88 store.
Yeah.
Was this where the map that I was watching? Was this where the 8 and 9 aid station? There was no longer an aid station 9 or something like that.
Yeah. You kept saying there was an aid station that someone was sleeping next to an aid station, and they had taken that aid station out, so it was no longer It was no longer there. I made it up to, on my way in the 88 store. Julian at that point was in first place. When I got to the 88 store, I had moved into second place. Got up to the 88 store. I was, that was going to be my long nap. I think I slept 2 hours, ate some good food. And then Bobby Joe is texting me. She's like, you need to get your ass out of the aid station because there's a whole group coming up behind you. And this is before I'm about to take a nap. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We put up such a big gap on everyone. And what we came later to find out was all the DNF trackers were in the van.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I'm like seeing your little bubble just sit there, and I'm like, move.
The van pulled into the 88 store, and so now you had all these people around me, and I'm like, I don't care anymore. I'm going to bed. And so I said an hour, and my brother woke me up after 30 minutes. I'm like, another 30 minutes, and then I'm like, another 30 minutes, and then I finally rolled out probably about 2 hours before sunrise. I knew Julian had a huge lead. And at that point, I'm like, all right, I'm in 5th or 6th place. I don't care. I'm just going to get this done. And then I think I'm like 2 miles in that section, and Mark Burgett texts me, and he's like, hey, nice job on being in 2nd place. I'm like, what? I'm like, are you effing kidding me? Like at that point, I was ready to like drop out of the race, and he's telling me I'm in 2nd place. I'm like, well, crap, I can't stop now. And I'm like, just get to sunrise. Yeah. So we got to sunrise, and I was scared of that section because Bobby Joe paced me on the virtual through that section, and that she saw it was such a miserable section for me. Like it was
what was it, like 10 miles or 8 miles we did?
It was a half marathon. It was 13 miles.
Yeah. It felt like 3 weeks we were out there.
It was, I mean, I still have nightmares about it. But I had Andrew Kelly pacing me. We took 2 dirt naps, and we actually rolled. When the sun came up, we just rolled really well all the way up to the Buckman locks. Julian was already. He had. I think he was up 2 to 3 hours on me. I wasn't going to catch him. We hit the locks, and they were just setting up that aid station wasn't set up yet. But I mean, we had all our own food. Someone made me, one of the ladies made me eggs up there, so that was good. Teddy, Julian, how'd you do on that section? Because I wasn't with you from like 88 store up to the Buckman locks.
I was trying to get a good lead at that point, and I just turned and burned out of there too quick, and just started neglecting chase prevention stuff and everything. And that is a real, even on the virtual last year, that last section of trail really took a lot out of me and everything. But I'm like, if I can get a good gap now, then I should be able to hold the lead. And yeah, it was a really brutal section. And then once I got to Buckman, I took a sleep and told my wife to wake me up as soon as anybody hit Lake Delancey, and I was going to take off because that left me like about a 10-mile lead or so.
I was pretty sure you were having your wife watch the tracker, like when Jeff hits here, wake me up so I can go. And I'm pretty sure you were doing that at the in Hastings, because we were watching, you were sleeping, you're like, when Jeff hits blah blah blah, wake me up so I can go.
Teddy, when were you hitting this section?
What aid station was it?
This would have been 88 store all the way up to the dam that we ran across.
Nightmarish. There was a nightmare for me. I couldn't stay awake for the life of me. I was playing rock and roll music, and it was so bad, I realized I'd fallen asleep, wake up last second, and run straight into a bush.
Yep.
Like, I was tripping over myself. I was running into the people in front of me. Like,
at least you weren't alone.
Yeah. My light was starting to die again. Fortunately, I brought spare batteries.
Did you have pacers at all?
Yeah, my coach was my pacer.
Okay.
But it was a bad night, another bad night.
And you can't lay down there at night because there's too many spiders.
Too many spiders.
We talked about that earlier. It's like, how'd you lay down with all the spiders? I'm like, I just cleared them all out and then took a nap.
It wasn't even the spiders. It was just the ground. There was nowhere to sleep. It was just not a good area to sleep.
Well, as you get older and you do this more, you know where you'll figure out where to sleep. What makes a good, yeah. It becomes a talent. So, and then Buckman, was it the Buckman locks through Palatka? How'd you do on that, Julian? What was it still dark when you made it up to the dam?
It was still dark when I got to Buckman, and it was like dark for just another maybe 10, 15 minutes when I left there.
Okay.
And that was a hard section. I should have brought a card or something with me to buy some food along the way, or brought more or something. I did really brought like 3 snacky things for that 22-mile section and just really crashed hard towards the end of that one.
you didn't stop at Wendy's and get a burger?
I stopped at McDonald's to use the restroom, but I didn't have my card or nothing. I'm like, I'm so mad that I didn't have tap to pay or something, man. I was so upset.
Well, eventually it'll be in our fingertips or something. So we'll be
that was that section out of the Buckman locks. I mean, you're running on like road and there's a lot of dogs. You're kind of, working your way up. Finally, you hit some sidewalk sections, what made it a little bit easier, but you're on some hard concrete. Luckily, I think there was when we were on that section, I had my buddy Brian pacing me. And I did bring my credit card with me at that point. And we hit the Sunoco in Palatka, and then we grabbed like a Gatorade and water, and then a couple miles later.
How do you say that?
Sunoco? Sunoco?
You didn't say Sunoco.
No. Yeah. Kevin, I'm curious if we got chased by the same dog. Was it a little fat like bulldog? Because my pacer was like yelling at it. He's like, "Stop!" We're like, man, so many people are going to get chased by this dog in the race.
I was getting freaked out by some of those dogs. I mean, especially I was tired.
Yeah,
when I did that with Andy during the future, we didn't see any dogs because I did.
Yeah, really. Oh yeah, there was a bunch of dogs. We hit the. No, he was saying it was a huge mastiff. So, I'm glad we didn't get chased by that dog. Crazy. I got into Palatka. I did hit the Wendy's. I needed a burger. I hit that burger because I knew we had about 7 more miles till we hit the Hastings aid station. What was the cue for Maria to wake you up? What was the point that I hit that she had to wake you up?
I can't remember exactly. I think I was just trying to. I can't remember exactly on that one. I almost thought you were going to catch me on the end because I was starting to slog real bad.
I was standing still for a while. By this time, my race had already started, and people are talking about it as we're going around the track, and you can hear people like, "Is he finished yet? Is he won? Is it done? Why is he? What's going on? What place is he in now?" Or what? So nobody's focused on us. We were all, catching little tidbits, and I was, walking around the track holding my phone. And I'm like, he hasn't moved. He should have finished an hour ago. Maybe the tracker's off. Maybe the service is bad. I don't know.
Yeah. I know my issue in that Palatka section was I was still peeing every mile to 2 miles. So trying to find a spot in the middle of the day to pee was a pain in the butt in Palatka.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to just pee on someone's yard. I mean, I was getting used to just finding a tree out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, the wood when you're on the trail, and I literally had a call with my wife in the middle of the night. I go, listen, this bladder issue is killing me. I'm worried about running through Palatka and St. Augustine and having to find a place to pee. And she's like, just get there and worry about it when you get there. And so it all worked out. It all worked out for me. Teddy, what's that?
Carry a little
I only peed
empty water bottle.
I only peed myself a couple of times.
How did you feel, Teddy, when you got out of the woods and you were in town?
How'd it go when you got out of the woods and you were in town of Palatka?
Well, I took a 2-hour rest at the aid station, and then I got going. It was morning to midday. Felt great. Was just walking. The shin was still killing me. That's when the shin really was hurting. But I just soldiered on through it. My dad paced me through there, and got up over that bridge. Went to McDonald's, and yeah, it was fine. It was a pretty good stint. I had bladder issues due there, 100%. I was finding myself trying to hide behind people's yards and trees and stuff. Because I didn't have time to run to a toilet or find somewhere.
Well, there wasn't anything out there through a lot of that Palatka section. So I figured once we get on the paved trail, it'd be a little bit more coverage, and it took a while to get to that coverage. So, all right. So we hit Hastings, last aid station. Now we have you got a little bit of paved trail, and then you're on roads into the finish line. Julian, you hit all that section probably during the day. I think you were probably up to, my thought was you made it up to 95 before it got dark out, or probably even farther than that. How'd you roll through that section?
It was slow slog. It was a march in. I was moving so much better last year on the virtual through there and stuff, and that kept going through my mind too. I did 11 something minute miles on the virtual through there, but on this one I could barely keep a 18 or something. I was just feeling slow and slogging, and it got dark right around a little after 95, and I didn't bring a headlamp, so I was just wandering.
Fortunately, there's street lights, so.
Yeah, which kind of made it nice. So my feet were hurting coming into Hastings. My shoes felt like they had no cushion. So I traded shoes out, got into a comfy shoes, and ate a burger. And I'm like, all right, let's go chase Julian. I know I had a long slot, but then the big thing for me was I knew I couldn't comprehend finishing with 22 miles. Mentally, I was breaking down. And I told my pacer, I go, we need to knock off 6 miles quickly, or I'm not going to be able to mentally do this. And we did. I mean, we cruised out of that. I think I was between 12 and 14 minute miles for the next several miles until we hit the Vermont Heights trailhead. Or right before you go under 95. So I ran that section really well, but I think that caused me to blow up. And I was hurting. We got underneath 95. There was a gas station there. We went and got chicken. I got a chicken sandwich and a Red Bull, and then finished out the rest of it all the way in. But I suffered all the way to the finish. It was definitely, like Julian said, a death march for my finish. And we hit that section. I think I finished at midnight. So we're hitting that section the last 6 hours from 6 to about midnight coming in. So Teddy, what you hit that during the daylight, right?
What?
The finish. Yeah, because here's a picture of you. This looks like you're going over to St. Augustine Bridge.
No, that's That's the Palatka Bridge.
Oh, that's a Blacka Bridge. Okay.
Yeah. No, I crossed over the St. Augustine Bridge at night.
Oh, at night. Okay.
I was falling asleep through there, and I was walking angry. I mean, all I could think about was that belt buckle, and I had my sticks, and I was just marching through there as fast as I could. And I told my dad that he's slowing me down too much, and that he's falling asleep more than I am.
Dropping his pace.
Oh, was he?
So I told me to give him the caffeine gummy bears, and then go up ahead and meet me at the finish. So he gave me about 300 milligrams of caffeine, and I just went.
So here's Teddy and his dad finishing. Yeah, you're right. It was at night. So you finished at night.
Yeah.
Where's Julian? Julian and his wife Maria that crewed him the whole time. So he was at night.
First place award.
That's his.
Is
Yep.
that the
Yep.
only?
Yep. His is a little bit bigger than mine. Oh, I don't have mine right there, but and then that was me. So we were several hours after Julian finishing. It was that. Actually, I wasn't. Luckily, I wasn't falling asleep at the end, which was good. But I was just ready to be done. So
I think we need to talk more about these caffeine gummy bears because.
Yeah. So they essentially. Hold on. I don't have much stuff with me. They're pretty much just like little like.
I'm coming.
I'm good. Here's Dad.
They're these little square Stacker 2, just 125 milligram cube caffeine like gummies. I thought they were gum, but then I took one, he took one, and they were amazing. They almost tasted medical, almost like medicine, but they're just like these little square gummy.
Also,
They weren't anything,
No.
and I would not. When you said gummy bears, it's like, no, don't say that, Teddy.
on Amazon or the feed.
No, it was at a gas station. There's nothing.
From the gas
It was
station?
candy, pretty much.
Kevin's thinking they're scratch chews. So
Your local Wawa for some caffeine gummy bears.
they do. Like I'll take like the Nodos caffeine pills, and like they give me so much energy when I take it. Like I took it this section from Marshall Swamp into Moss Bluff, and I was cruising on that section once the caffeine kicks in. So
yeah, I had to take after my race, and then I had to drive home. I was popping run gum on the drive home.
All right. The big question, Julian, did you have any chafing?
Oh yeah, for sure.
His wife sent me a picture. This is Julian riding home. I'm like, good thing you didn't get pulled over. He said, Maria said you had some bad chafing.
That was at the last aid spot right there.
Yeah. How about you, Teddy? Do you have any chafing?
Actually, no, I was on top of it the whole time. I did not want that to happen.
What did you use?
Yeah.
What?
What did you use?
Just baby powder, constantly.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I used salty britches on my toes. Did not get a single blister on any of my toes. I had a blister on my heel, but I think because I was taped. And then I had no chafing anywhere. I was like, and I didn't even reapply it. I only put it on once. And
since it was a little cooler,
Yes.
that's definitely
Yeah.
that helps.
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
true.
okay.
Stacker 2.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's what Kevin said. No, he said
No,
scratch shoes. So, someone's commented. I guess I'm commented. I don't know where.
It's me. I don't know why. I don't know why it's showing up as.
No. Shay saying her runner took 5-hour energy when we had 3 hours left.
Maybe 2 hours to party.
Yeah. So, all right, couple quick questions. We went over sleep strategy, the chafing. Julian, where was your low moment of the race?
The last 2 legs.
No. Yeah, it looked like you were tired. Oh, lineup section. Teddy, where was your low point?
Night one.
Night one, early on.
Well, I can imagine the first time you're going through the night and pushing like that. It's yeah.
After that, though, I just learned how to embrace the suck and get through it.
Yeah.
Gonna have to deal with it now.
Now, were you drawing inspiration from all those documentaries you would watch?
Or
were you wondering what the hell you were doing?
I was wondering what the hell I was doing, honestly. I was wondering what I was doing out there. But other than that, I was fine. Like I muscled through it. I was on a phone call with my stepdad and my dad, and I was talking with them, and they gave me the inspiration and motivation that I needed to get through it. So.
Yeah, just so you know, he did go back to school yesterday, made it half a day through school, and then did you make it all the way through today?
Yeah.
But I guess you missed a couple of days last week.
Yeah.
So, man. So hopefully they gave you, PE coach gave you extra credit for running 200 miles.
Did you bring the buckle to school?
What?
Did you bring the buckle to school?
Yes.
Were you wearing it or just showing it, or did you eat your lunch on it?
How do you wear that buckle?
I was just showing it.
That's badass. So that's awesome. So, all right, what was your favorite sections? Besides finishing?
Highway to Hell.
Really?
Yeah.
Not bad at night.
Nah.
I was at it all night. I think the reason why it was good was because it was because it was so straight, and even though it was honestly kind of flat to me, it felt really flat.
Yeah.
So I kind of just stuck behind Larry and zoned out on his reflectors, and like fell asleep and sleepwalked behind him for hours. And that was probably like the greatest feeling I had throughout the entire race because I felt no pain. Yeah.
I know on the virtual I hit that section at night and I thought it was a great section. So not on this race I didn't though. So I think for me my favorite section was along the Greenway from Highway 200 into the 49th aid station. That's when we ran into Mark Gilman. He met us. He was on the trail, and then Julian, Blake, and I. They're just fun trails to run on. And so the three of us just cruised along those trails, and we were running a nice, easy pace, and it didn't hurt. And we were chatting, we were having fun, and I think to me that was I think that was my favorite section going in the 49th Street. 49th Avenue. So, how about you, Julian? You can't use mine.
I did enjoy the miles with you and Blake on the trail, but I think I enjoyed Hopkins is right around the time I had got the lead, and that's when I hit the gas real hard too and tried to make a lead, and yeah.
Cool deal. All right. Easy question. What was your favorite meal out there?
Hot soup.
Hot soup?
Hot soup.
It hit the spot, I guess. It's got all that sodium in it. That helps you.
Yeah. I think I had a burger at Hastings. Someone brought me a burger. Actually, the Wendy's burger was good too. I think I had a Wendy's burger and a Coke. That I have to say that was probably my favorite meal was Wendy's and a Coke. a double stack and Coca-Cola. Yeah. Yeah. How are you, Julian?
The burger I had at Hopkins, I think, was the one my wife brought me, was from some place in Salt Springs. It was a really good one.
Yeah, cool deal. All right. Big question, Julian. You going back next year since you got a free entry?
Oh yeah.
He's got to defend his title.
Yeah.
Teddy, you going back next year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have
Heck
other
yeah.
plans before then?
What?
Do you have other races lined up before then?
Yes.
You want
And
to
me,
tell
am
us?
I going back?
I have Festivus here in 3 weeks.
Oh, nice.
You'll be up at Festivus?
I'll be at Festivus. Are you?
So-
All right. Which race are you doing up at Festivus?
I'm gonna do the 100.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll be up there live streaming. So me and Bobby Joe will be up there live streaming. We got a couple other people. So
And this
Well,
is him showing his age because he can recover in like 2 days. So.
yeah.
I think Larry might also be at Festivus because I got an open seat for him.
Nice. No, we're looking forward. We'll see you up there. So
All right.
I gotta get you a Pacer Travel shirt. So we'll when we get up there, I'll grab your address and send you out there. And so yeah, Kevin's gonna be up there because I think Shay is running. So he's saying let's go.
Yay.
Me, am I gonna be back next year? Hell no. I will not be.
Hear me. I will never sign up for that race either. So.
Yeah. So it was fun. I got it done. I got my redemption, and I'm one and done on that. So I'm not done with the 200s because obviously I got Tahoe 200 coming up in June unless I get into Western States. So we'll see on the day of Festivus. So I may be really happy. I may be happy or really sad on. I'll be really sad if I get in the States and Hard Rock and because I have to lose.
Sad is not the right word.
Yeah, I'll be sad because I lose my money from Tahoe 200. And so and yes, I do have Big Scrub. I'm looking at Big Scrub in January, so I'm pretty. Craig Bex is talking about Big Scrub, so I'm looking forward to Big Scrub. I know Kevin and Shay's got Big Scrub. I'm going to be chasing them down.
Big Scrub too.
Yeah, I would definitely go. Joe, support Joe Miller out there with Big Scrub. It's going to be a great virtual. So,
Jeff, you didn't tell us how you felt once you passed the point where you DNF'd.
I took a piss on that spot, and Bobby Joe knew exactly where it was, and she texted me and said, "Congrats." So I actually felt really good. So it was. Yeah, I was feeling good coming out of that area, and so it was really good. So
Well, it was different. You're just running the race versus because you were trying to break the FKT last time, and we had that rough section where you started out on pace, and then that section kind of ruined, and you would have had to. It was a rough night. So
yeah. So. All right. So thank you for watching tonight. If you haven't subscribed to the Pacer Travel channel, subscribe. We're trying to get up to 500 subscribers. That's a big number for us. So
don't forget to like and share.
Yep. We do a show every Thursday night. Me and Bobby Joe and our friend Marty with Miles with Marty, and love for you guys to join us. We're on the show every Thursday. And we've been doing a lot of live streaming, so we'll be up at Festivus live streaming. So we're excited about that. A lot of us will be out. We're not live streaming, but we'll be helping at 8 stations out at Colt 45 this weekend. And so if you guys are out there, we'll see you.
I don't know if Andy knows I'll be there, but I'll be there.
I think I told him you were going to be there. So I'll be working the Joseph Fuller Memorial Aid Station. So it'll be good. So it's going to be fun for anyone that's out there. So great deal. So, all right. Thank you guys for joining us. We loved hearing your stories. So congrats again, Julian, and for first place and to Teddy for, that's just incredible. I don't know, if I was in high school and did 200 miles, I'd be riding that thing as
Yeah,
long as
you
I
got
could.
it. Like, how do you top this? You're gonna go run cross country and you run what 3, 5, 7 miles. And how do your cross country teammates? Are you gonna get them to sign up?
No, I wouldn't be able to ever.
his coach is like, "This is good for you, Teddy. Don't get anybody else in there."
Yeah.
So, and put that on your resume. So when you get ready, when you apply for a job or you apply for college, it needs to be on there. Is I ran 200 miles. So, and that's better than any other experience you could ever have in life. So, cool deal. All right, we'll see you all at Colt 45 this weekend. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
See you guys.
All right.